discovered evidence that Akpabio actually harassed you sexually. You know, ever since this issue erupted, I've been trying to be like, if Natasha actually accused Akpabio of sexual harassment, hopefully she has the evidence to actually back it up. Because of the truth, if this turns out to be like ordinarily what she has been, talking about, I don't feel like she's going to, win the case. But then hopefully she's smart enough to actually have the evidence to back up her claims about this. Because if she doesn't, it's going to be a very difficult one. Very, very difficult, because she can't just come out, in public to accuse, should I say, the second person citizen, in Nigeria, as it is. Akpabio is the Senate President of Nigeria, and it has, for that very move by Natasha, we don't know whether it is true or not, but what we're saying is that if she doesn't actually have some sort of evidence to back it up, like enough evidence to back her claim up, it's going to be a very, very bad one for her. From what we've seen so far, there's a really likelihood that she may not even have any evidence against Akpabio. And it's going to be a very tough one. Women are not to be, sympathized like that. You don't need to sympathize them, because mostly they are manipulators. I mean, just like I said before, this issue is not supposed to actually gain attention. It has gotten. It is not supposed to. It is a case between two mature adults. Nigeria shouldn't be, attached to it. But it's very unfortunate that the whole media has actually carried it. All the blogs and everybody is talking about it. And that's why I keep on saying that. Why is it that we deviate from the main issue in Nigeria and be talking about something that has no meaning, something that cannot even take us anywhere? This shouldn't even be taken to any, plenary meeting in the Senate in the first place. It's not supposed to. But it was discussed continuously. Now the committee has been, formed to actually know and investigate what really transpired. So it's kind of very, very funny that we paying attention to something like this. Natasha, I know, has been a Senate member for a very long time. There's no way she will tell us that she doesn't know something that she's supposed to talk about in Nigeria, that she's not talking about. She cannot tell us that. But here she is talking about the sexual harassment. Who knows what emanated this whole thing that she's talking about, if actually it was true or it is true. So these are the problem. And for her to come out to start crying and showing us all this emotion is also something to suspect about. If you have evidence, push it up. And again, why would she even carry this whole matter? Why would she even drag this matter to UN Parliament? The matter, I know, is before the courts. Honestly, somebody that is directing her is making a wrong move of a truth. And you know the funny thing about this Natasha and Akpabio stuff? Do you know that the reason why Natasha actually wrote petition against Akpabio wasn't because of the said sexual harassment, sexual abuse? It wasn't. So according to her, she actually petitioned the Senate President for violating her human rights. And the narrative that I've actually gotten into a lot of people is the sexual harassment. This is how funny Nigeria have become. We don't listen to good things. We don't pay attention to things, to necessary things we are supposed to pay attention to. The first thing we heard from Natasha is when she was debating with the Senate President. Now, when she started granting interviews, we realized that there was more to what she was saying. Another narrative came in, the narratives of sexual harassment and some other things. Now, the first narrative was ignored completely. Something that should be put into place for discussion was ignorantly and heavily ignored. So when the issue of sexual harassment came in, people started paying attention. It started trending. Why can't we just focus on things that are important to the country? Why can't we focus on the welfare of the citizen? Why can't we focus on the things that we believe that if you do it, it's going to help the country grow? In red chamber that is supposed to be discussing about how to make a suitable policy that can actually, help Nigerian people. So, like I said, since the first narrative didn't actually catapult anything, we are now seeing that the second narrative, which is the sexual harassment, actually catapulted a lot. So we wish she does have her evidence enough to actually back this whole thing up. If not, it's going to be affecting her. Remember, someone somewhere has also come out to say that there's been some sort of scenario like this years back, where the same Natasha later, came back to actually apologize to him. So what am I trying to say? If she has the evidence for whatever she's, coming out to tell the public, there's necessity that she needs to actually publish it out. When those evidence is published now, who will now be like, okay, is this your claim to why he has been violating our rights? Or to why he has been violating your rights? Okay, now let's look at it this way. This is a smart woman, a politician. But then, lately, she's not acting like a politician, because her wrong move, going to UN Parliament, complaining to unnecessary places. UN Parliament cannot do anything about this very case. They cannot. Nigeria is a sovereign state. She going to UN is just more like her emotion. Maybe it's either that she was driven by her emotion, a woman emotion, or she was being misled. Keep saying, whatever issue you have, know how you go about it. Otherwise, you're likely to spoil the whole thing. So if she has the evidence, she should just bring it out. The evidence might help the evidence might help, because the evidence might help the general public to actually look into the matter, even though the decision of the general public is not going to count in any way. But at least let's know her credibility. Let's know what she has been representing. Let's also know from there if she has actually been representing the people of Kogi Central, or she has been lying to everybody. Now this kind of thing always cause the problem. Now this kind of thing where people always, want to hear. Let's see, since it has gotten up, the first narrative has failed. Now the second narrative is the one that is necessary for Nigerians. They want to hear about this second narrative. So let's see how it goes. Thank you for watching.